Okay, here's the slides for 5.1. I'll go over it a little bit so that you can try and finish it. If you look at slide 1, you have the measure of angle 1, the measure of angle 2, the measure of angle 3, and the measure of angle 4. And you're looking at your picture. Answers are down here. So 1 is 31, 2 is 59, 3 is 59, and 4 is 90. I want you to try this out. You're really just using the idea of vertical angles and the idea that you have 90-degree angles on all the corners. So please try and finish that off from last time. Okay, next thing again, these are the values, or the relationships, alternate interior, alternate exterior. So these are alternate exterior angles. So please set those congruent and try and solve. These are consecutive interior angles. So those are supplementary. So please set 140 plus 6x plus 4 equal to 180 and solve. 3 is the same as number 2, so it is consecutive interior angles, which again are supplementary. And 4, you have to bounce. So I'm going to do a vertical to 4x. I'm going to do a vertical to 2x. So these two are congruent. These two are congruent. So these would become consecutive interior angles again, and they should be equal to 180. So please try and set those up. Do algebra, 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 and algebra. Then your answers down here are number 1 should be an x of 69. Number 2 should be an x of 6. Number 3 an x of 60. And number 4 an x of 30. Just do that on separate paper, please, and just call it the slides. So next thing, again, we're going to classify. So this is part of the instruction. So all of these terms should be familiar to you. Please keep in mind scaling just means all 3 sides are different. Isosceles means 2 sides are congruent. At least you could have the 3rd side, it would still be an isosceles. And then equilateral means all 3 sides are the same measure. Okay, so if you classify by angles, acute is all 3 angles are less than 90. A right triangle means you just have one 90-degree angle. And an obtuse triangle means you have one angle that is larger than 90. That would be that one. And then 3 congruent angles. If you think about it, 180 is the full triangle. We've talked about that before. Divided by 3, that means each of these angles, and that'll happen every time, on an equal angular triangle are going to be 60 degrees. Okay, drawing, I'm going to kind of leave you on your own. Please use a protractor and a ruler, and maybe just see how you can do. Don't spend a lot of time. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just like to see if you can kind of follow the vocabulary to come up with a picture. So remember, obtuse means one angle is going to be greater than 90. Isosceles means 2 sides are going to be congruent. Acute means all 3 angles are going to be less than 90. And scaling means all 3 sides are going to be different. Okay, if you take a look at our example here, we're classifying OPQ triangle by its sides and then deciding if it's a right triangle. That means we're going to have to use both distance formula and slope. I have them both listed for you. So we have O is at 0, 0, P is at -1, 2, and Q is at 6, 3. So you're going to have to find the distance formula for OP, PQ, and PQ and OQ. So we practiced that yesterday, so please go ahead and see if you can make sure that you know how to understand to do it. So OP should come out to square root of 5. Please do the work. PQ should come out to square root of 50. Please do the work. And OQ should be square root of 45. So please do the work. If you find slopes for all 3 sides, OP, PQ, and OQ again. The slope of OP is going to be 2 over -1 or -2. PQ is going to be 1 over 7, and OQ is going to be 1 over 2. So if you look at these two, they are perpendicular. So your use of the distance formula and your use of slope lets you decide that it is a scaling triangle because all three sides are not the same, and that it is a right triangle because remember, to make a perpendicular angle you have to have opposite reciprocals, and you have a -2 and a 1/2, and those are definitely opposite reciprocals. Okay, so new idea is triangle sum, well, okay, let me take that back, not new idea. Triangle sum theorem just means this angle plus that angle always has to equal 180. We've already dealt with that. However, they're going to make you do some algebra with that. So in this case, since this is a 90, you have two options. You can either do 90 plus 2x plus x minus 6 and make it equal to 180 and solve that out. So if we do this, we're going to do 90 minus 6, so we're at 84, 3x, and 180. And then if we continue on that, we're going to do minus 84, so 3x is going to be equal to 96, so x is going to equal 32. Okay, the other way you can do it, please don't hesitate to use this other way, is we do know that if you have one 90-degree angle, the other two have to equal 90 because 90 plus 90 is 180. So the other option you could do is 2x plus x minus 6 and set it equal to 90. So 3x minus 6 is going to be 90. 3x is going to be 84. Whoops, goofed that up. Forgot, I got to add, sorry. Okay, plus 6. Whoops, that's a minus. Boy, I really screwed that one up. So it's a minus 6, so we have to add 6 to both sides. So you're going to have 3x, okay, I'm just not going to start the video over. Sorry, so you're going to have 3x is equal to 96 and come out the same. So 3x minus 6, so we do plus 6 to both sides, 3x is 96. So one of your angles is 2 times 32, which is 64. Your other angle is 32 minus 6, or 26. So, and that better add to 90, or we did something wrong. So again, you can do all three angles equal to 180, or you can do the two other angles equal to 90. Okay, now this is something new. So we're talking exterior angle theorem. So the two interior, and in this case they're calling them the non-adjacent interior angles. So that means the two angles that are non-adjacent, which means are not next to the outside angle. That's the exterior angle. Okay, so the theorem actually says angle A and B have to add to the outside angle 1. So two insides equal outside, but it's the two insides that are not adjacent to the interior. Okay, so of course they're going to make you do algebra. So in this case we have, these are our two interior angles. So x plus 70, that's my exterior. So two inside angles have to equal outside. That's why we practiced with x's on both sides to solve. So inside angle has to equal outside angle. So x plus 70 equals 2x minus 5. So minus x, 70 is x minus 5. So x is going to be 75, but they asked for angle JKM, so JKM is actually this angle. So 2 times 75 minus 5. So the exterior angle, or this angle right here, is the 145. Okay, so this is another one just like it. I'll set it up for you, but then you can solve it because there is a little bit of a better. Never mind. I'll do the whole thing. So we have two interiors. So there's the two interiors. So 40 plus 3x, and again this is the exterior. So we're going to do equals 5x minus 10. So two inside angles equal outside angle. Two inside and outside. So we do the same thing we did yesterday. So minus 3x minus 3x. So 40 is equal to 2x minus 10. Okay, we're going to add our 10s. So 50 is 2x. So we do our division. So x is 25. Okay, however, they asked for the measure of angle 1. So we're going to have to find this angle to find angle 1. So we're going to do 5 times 25 minus 10. So this angle is going to be 145. Oops. 115. I'm not doing too good tonight. Okay, so 5 times 25. Sorry, I just checked my work. So 5 times 25 is 125 minus 10 is 115. So that is the exterior angle. However, that's not a good enough answer. So they actually want angle 1. So remember, these are supplementary. So if this is 115, angle 1 is going to be 65. So for angle 1, it's going to be 65 because we filled in this, found this angle. So this is a 115, so that has to be a 65. So questions there. Okay, corollary. Again, a corollary is just an addition to a theorem. This really, I call kind of the no-duh theorem, because if you have one 90-degree angle, these two have to equal 90, so they have to be complementary. Okay, so that takes you through some examples, and then you should be able to go on to looking at your extra practice and then get the homework from me.